For your safety, we advise you to keep your valuable objects in the safe. Best regards, the front office team. Really, this is a real note, Daniela. So I look around my room. Yeah, really.
The first time I see what they're going to do.
Don't yell at me! Don't yell at me! Don't yell at me! So I immediately went, actually not immediately, but eventually I made my way downstairs to the concierge and I said, I got this note that says, you know, there was money, quote, all over my room. The worst part about this is I'm thinking, God, when did I do that? It's like, did I black out and throw money at a prostitute all over my room? And so don't shake your head at me, Daniela. So I said, I got this note. It said there was money all over my room. And they said, yeah, well, you know, you should be careful about that. And I said, but here's the thing, there's no money there now. And do you have the money down here, maybe? This money that we're talking about? And they said, we'll check. And they checked. They checked with housekeeping. They said, no, nobody knows anything about any money. And so they said, we'll get back to you. We'll look into this. We'll find the money. And then I got another note from the hotel. And it says, Dear Mr. Collins, we'd like to inform you that the message regarding money presumably found in your room was sent to your room by mistake. We would like to apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused the front office team. It was...
Pero se ha adelantado. Sí.
She's using an excuse to leave, yeah. Pretending you have office work to do. Daniela, you don't have to complain to them about it. It's fine. It's fine. They were very nice about the whole pretending that I threw money all over my room. I mean, I didn't. Anyway. But enough about that incident. I do still wonder, did I throw money all over my room and not remember it? And if so, what inspired me to do that? What are you guys up to? How's the weekend going? Really? Yes? Good. Who is not having a good time? It's okay, you can be honest. Who wants to talk about something? One person in the back. What's going on with you? What's your problem? What can we do to help you this weekend? How can we help? We have like 99.9% satisfaction here. What can we do? Do you want to come to my hotel room and throw money around or something? How can we improve your situation? What? Seriously. Yeah.
Misha, some spoiler, please.
What? Oh, I saw a spoiler. Would you like a hug? Would that help? No, not really. No, it's not what... What? Ah, yeah! Oh, that's right, you fainted. You can't be that happy. A bruise? I feel as though I may have painted myself into a corner here. Suddenly, the room is full of unsatisfied customers. Okay, let's talk about something else, other than whether you're happy or not.
Some spoilers.
Oh, a spoiler. hold on. Don't get away with yourself there. Is there anybody in the room that does want to hear a spoiler?
Cover your ears.
Okay, well then we have to give a spoiler because somebody wants it. So, right? At the end of the season, Crowley will die. Luckily, it's not a character anyone cares about, so. I always hear that Mark gives me shit in his panels, and I always forget to do the same thing to him. This time I'm gonna remember. What? I like what you're doing with the lights, by the way. This sort of up with the lights, down with the lights. Let's keep it, not so fast that it gives somebody a seizure, but just a nice up and down. Would you like to ask a question, Madam Jane?
Yes, I would. Thank you. You've just finished your project in Haiti, and you're now doing your new project in the country which I can't pronounce in South America.
Yes.
Why did you choose that particular school out of all the countries in the world and out of all the schools that you could choose?
I have a large map of the world on the wall of my office and a dart.
Yeah.
And I just throw it, and that's how the process works.
Yeah, I can get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
Second thing is, as you are giving out spoilers, and if everybody agrees here not to put it on social media, can you give us one of the Gish Wish tasks?
Since I know that I can trust everyone in this room not to share stuff like that, I think this is a safe place. Likewise, normally I'm a little bit, concerned about telling people how the last episode of the season ends. But with you guys, I feel like the secret's safe here, right? I mean, no, you wouldn't tell anyone what happened. Trust you? This is an interesting study in mass lying. Very quickly, you all lied, right? Just at the same time. Yes, we won't tell anyone. There is at the very end of the final episode of this season, there's a very ominous foreboding. Paul, that is a fairly esoteric English word, cast over the supernatural universe. Which is, I think, a very accurate description of what happens. But you don't understand what I just said, and I'm fully aware of that. Some of you do, but even those of you who do, don't. Right? And as far as Gishwa's items are concerned, well, I have this one idea for an item that could be amazing. If we can pull it off. It would be only visible from space, and it would be awesome. And I'm meeting with some folks at NASA next week to see if we can pull this off. So I'm not actually telling you a Gishwa's item, but I am telling you that there could be one that would be totally awesome. Yeah. How's that? Really something to hang your hat on, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
You did Gishwas before.
I did, yes.
And how did you find the experience?
It was a mixture of fun, scary, exhilarating, frightening. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah.
But you're kind of uncertain as to whether you want to do it again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think ringing up every single tall building in the UK and say, can I come and light your windows, was kind of a bit, I'm probably on hit list now.
Yeah.
So, no, it was, I would bet anybody who hasn't done it, I would say definitely do it at least once. It is absolutely amazing. And the people I met were phenomenal.
Awesome. Good.
It was great. But I'm going to let somebody else ask a question now.
Okay. All right, fine. Hi.
Hi. I don't know if you know that today is the Global Day Against Homophobia. And I would like you to tell young people who are actually gay something to cheer them up. Because here legally at least, we're not really the same as heterosexual people. So, yeah.
You mean you don't have equality here?
Yes.
Well, I can tell you this much. In English, gay means homosexual, and it also means happy. That's a good thing. I think this is an issue that for me is extremely emotional. I feel like it's in the quote-unquote civilized Western world. It's one of the most terrible manifestations of repression that's still happening in society and that's still accepted. And even in places where it seems to be getting better, it's amazing how recently it's getting better. You know, we're only one generation or a half generation into, you know, even legal equality in a lot of places. But the tide does seem to be shifting in most of the world, and that gives me a lot of hope. There was a time when there were just no representations of gay or lesbian characters on television that weren't either horribly tragic or totally cartoonish. And now now we have, you know, while not gay, you know, certainly in a marginalized group, the Transparent is an amazing show. That's amazing. Have you guys seen Transparent? And there are a lot of instances back in the U.S. now of openly gay politicians and laws being overturned that you know, either don't give full equality to homosexual couples. I was so emotionally overwhelmed by the first states allowing gay marriage. It was such an awesome thing. For some reason, this is something that makes me tear up more than anything. Like, it feels like such a triumphant thing. I officiated a lesbian couple's wedding, and for me, it was very early on in the process of this being something that could be done, and it made me so emotional, just for the fact that it's something that had been that group of people had been deprived of for so long, that I gave the worst fucking service you've ever seen, because I was an emotional wreck. Like, I couldn't hold it together at all. You know, there's a lot of work to be done, and there are places in the world where it is a really horrific situation. But it does feel like there is progress being made. So stay strong and stay gay, is what I would say.
And now I wondered.
I think I heard about your question.
I wondered what kind of things do you sing for your children, and could you please sing it? And I know I play guitar very well.
You play guitar very well?
No, you. I know you.
How do you know I play guitar very well?
I saw the video.
That was a bullshit video. I did this video.
Please, and could you please?
This video where I was playing flamenco guitar. Wait, hold on. Can you please cue some flamenco music? Flamenco guitar, please, very loudly. Just hold on. this video. Guys, come on, quick. It's an awkward moment right now. Faster, much faster. We need something. Anyway, yes, I do play guitar very well, as you can see.
Question.
Yes.
Please sing it in the Indian Russian language.
Sing it in Indian Russian language. So last night at dinner, don't tell me not to change the subject. Like, every once in a while, we'll be at dinner and Jensen will say, Dimitri! And I'll go, what? And he'll say, come on, bring it out. And so then I have to do my Dimitri Russian guy, and I tell some story. And so I told a story as Dimitri last night. And then Bob Singer said to his wife, do your Indian accent. And I was like, what is happening here? And so then she and I became Indians, but I had just done a Russian accent right on the heels of that. So it did become Indian Russian again. It felt like a throwback. It reminded me of a past time. Yeah, I got really sentimental. I cried. Let me hear your Indian Russian accent.
Maybe I will show it next year.
She said, maybe I'll show you next year. Good answer. Really good. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
I'm thinking about it.
I can wait.
Okay, thanks. Okay, yes, now you can.
How angels keep their blades in sleeves?
That's one of those things that there was a moment when the special effects department developed this whole elaborate, like, arm holster rig that would go in the coat. But does anyone have an angel blade on them? Madeleine, where's your angel blade? Right here in these bags? These are her bags. Oh my God, this is disgusting. Shame on her. Ugh, it's still sticky. Okay. Just this shitty old thing? Okay, nobody has an angel blade in this entire room? What is this, a Vampire Diaries convention? You do have an angel blade? A tiny one? What? We're going through your bags. We're looking for your angel blade. Where's your angel blade? Yeah, you may. Please sit. Please sit. That's not an angel blade. That's a snake. Okay. Here's my angel blade. So we do some different tricks. this is the one that we usually do. I'll be standing here like this, and then in the scene it'll be like, you know, Dean, don't, right? So we'll be standing here, and then the director will yell, pause, and the props girl will run over and hand this to me, and I'll hold it, and then I'll go, Dean, don't. So that's how we usually do it. If you watch scenes where the angel blade appears, you'll notice that I have some sort of like deformity of the hand, where I'm kind of holding the angel blade like this until the appropriate moment, and then I'll go, Dean, don't. That's how we do it. It's very high tech. Yeah, I know. There's a little bit. You know what? You should ask Bob about that. Thank you. Really excellent.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. We were playing Cards Against Humanity, and we found a certain card that we thought definitely didn't belong in there. It has a name on it that you know. Also, William Shatner.
Oh.
Yes, and we thought, I don't think so.
Can I see this card?
Yes.
Wait a minute. It's just William Shatner. So is that the answer or the question? The answer is William Shatner? Man, this guy's a big deal, isn't he? William Shatner. He has his name on the cards. Are there other names of people in there? Really? Is my name one of them? No. To what question do you answer William Shatner? I guess, what is the biggest bane of your existence? William Shatner. Who's your biggest enemy? William Shatner. Who's secretly in love with you? William Shatner. I'll work on that. Thank you. Do you have a pen? Yes. What's your question?
You helped a lot of people to survive in the hard times, and I wonder what helps you to survive. And I wish I could say that it never happens to you, but it happens with everyone.
Well, I guess for me, I've gone through a lot of hard times in my life, and at different times I've leaned on different things. So when I was very young, I was a very depressed little kid, like a 9-year-old. I had a hard time, so I leaned on my mom at that point, and I broke windows. Those two things helped me a lot. And when I got a little older, I took a lot of comfort in my wife when I really needed support. And now sometimes my children, although I don't want them to feel responsible for my happiness. That long sleeve shirt buttoned all the way to the top. And there was a time in my life when I was having a very difficult time kind of figuring out what my purpose on the planet was. Not that I have figured that out, but it was a question that was really bothering me a lot. And I didn't feel like I had any reason to keep doing any of the things that I was doing in my life. And I stumbled into meditation and kind of a Buddhist philosophy inspired style of meditation, and that really grounded me again and gave me a feeling of purpose somehow in my life. It's a very difficult thing to explain intellectually, but it was a very real experience for me and kind of continues to be. But it is, it's something that I go through cyclically of having a hard time, you know. And it's interesting being in this position now where I feel like I'm in the social spectrum, having a lot of success. You know, I'm getting money for the first time in my life, and celebrity, and I come to these things and everybody tells me how great I am and how much they love me, and it's amazing how unsatisfying that is. You know, we buy into this idea that if we achieve a certain level of success in our lives, that is going to cause us to be happy somehow. And it's an idea that so many of us are driven by, even if unconsciously. We think if we achieve a certain level of success, then we're going to be happy. And you get there and you realize that it's maybe a little bit more comfortable and maybe a little bit more easy, but actually things get more complicated in a lot of respects, and you just keep chasing more and more. And that is not a road that is something that is going to lead to happiness. Happiness definitely has to come from within. And I, in the last couple of years, have definitely gotten, I think, too much in the mindset of external achievement and not enough about taking care of myself. And so I've had some hard times in the last couple of years, and you know, and I think that that's something that we're all susceptible to. You know, we all have struggles at times, and it's important to remember that you got to be taking care of yourself inside. And I think that, you know, I think our friend Jared right now is, you know, he's realizing he's got to take care of himself. You can't just be, you know, striving for something on the outside or some idea of success or making other people happy. You got to take care of yourself on the inside. So, yeah.
But you should know that we all love you.
Thank you.